Who said that in the movie? But I'm back, y'all. I hope the reception is better now. I'm gonna go park myself and see if that helps. I'm sure it will. But I hope y'all get back on here so we can finish the discussion. The title, California CCW, what they just did. Um, that is totally 100% crazy. If what they did was what I think they did, that's really crazy. Sorry about that little mishap, y'all. Um, I'm pulling over, parking. Appreciate y'all taking the time to tune back in. Um, Make sure, hopefully, we got a good signal. I'm gonna check that out first before we get to talking too much. If y'all are hearing me clear and you're seeing me clear and it's not buffering or anything like that, can y'all put that in the comments for me? Thanks, Jacob. Put that in the comments for me so I can make sure we're all good. Okay, clear. Good deal. So, like I said on the other live, I don't watch too much news, but appreciate that. Um, but when I catch something here and there, it catches my eye. Throw it out there, see what y'all think too, because it's not about what like one person thinks about it. It's really about what we all are thinking about this stuff at the same time. And when you're talking about uh, concealed carry and stuff like that, I was discussing on the previous live, discussing about how it's a license. They grant you the authority to do it. So that's kind of a problem in the first place. And then I was saying, secondly, make sure that in the state that you're in, that you research the laws there first and make sure that you can't already just carry without a license. Because that's something that some people find out about later, and then they're like, then why did I get that? Or they don't find out about it later and they just figure they're okay because they got a CCW. They think, oh, now I have permission to defend myself. But before we get started, I'm going to try to chime back in on what I just said. I have permission to defend myself because I have a license now. It's some crazy psychological games being played on all of us. But anyway, um, first and foremost, let me throw this out there so I can get it out of the way, get my little marketing stuff out of the way in the front. Typically, I'll start talking and get going and then forget to even mention it. But if you haven't downloaded any of my survival checklists, you're welcome to do it. I got those free downloads on my website, www.safetycomplianceagency.com. So you got Major Gardner survival checklist. Then you got Major's nuclear survival checklist. Then you got Major's SHTF home defense checklist. I got a whole bunch of checklists on there that you can download at no charge except for what you pay for internet. So it's still costing you something. Ain't nothing free. Y'all know that. And I'm sure I got a bunch of real folks up on here right now. So I appreciate y'all chiming in. Look, what happened was Black Girl Team 96. What happened was my signal was going in and out because I was on the highway. So just because it say 4G or 5G don't mean you got any G's. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get pulled over where I could get a signal, constant signal. Hey, all 56 of y'all, can y'all hit the like button for me so we could get the likes up on here real quick to match how many viewers we got? I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so right now. And then also know that I have a new channel called Major's Throwback Sundays with Major. And I've been marketing that because I'm trying to get at least 1,000 subscribers on that channel. So that I'll put the link on this live after it posts. But I'm trying to get those 1,000 subs so that YouTube will let me do the live. And then when we do the live on Throwback Sundays, what you're going to see is I'm going to start having where we can go back and reminisce, have a break from the crazy week that we're in, go back on some old school genres of music, films, TV shows, all kind of stuff. And when I get those 1,000 subs, so we can do Throwback Sundays on that channel, you guys are going to get to watch and try to come up with the name of that group, the name of that song, the name of that movie, show, so on and so forth. I might say just one line in a movie, and y'all got to figure out what movie that came from. Or I might say one verse or a chorus or something on a song, and then y'all got to pull it up. So we're going to do all genres. Everybody's included. I don't know if I'm going to be able to include like Asian genres, except for some Bruce Lee stuff maybe. Can do some of that, some Jackie Chan stuff, but that's not really back in the day stuff except for Bruce Lee. But I might be able to come up with some stuff like that so we can include everybody up in there. But y'all get what I'm saying. Like right now I'm going to say, okay, the old show, here, we're going to do a little bit of the trivia right now. I'm going to do one thing. See if y'all can figure this out real quick. You remember the old TV show called Chips? What was the name of the Hispanic actor that was one of the police officers on Chips? What's his real name? See who can come up with that real quick. And until we come up with that, I'm gonna see what y'all do, and then see if y'all can get that answer. Yo, that was too quick. 111-301-007. He said Eric Estrada. He's right. Eric Estrada, or he or she. I can't tell if that's a he or she, but 111-007 got it right. Kitty got it. Kitty 101-41 got it. What's up, Miss E? Moderators in the house. Yep. Puncharello. Eric Estrada. So Deborah, she got it. That's what's up. Now I know what age you are. I'm just messing with you, and now y'all know what age I am too. But anyway, look. We're going to do some more of that. That's going to be some fun stuff. What's up, Juan? How you doing, bro? Listen, quick update. I know I'm rambling, but that's just how I do it. Y'all know that. I'll be back. I'll be in Texas July 5th, as long as nothing goes crazy with the flight or anything. But July 5th, I should be touching down in Houston. But look, y'all, Juan had no clue. But look, like I said, the first part of this video was, let me get my credits out of the way. Intro to what we're going to talk about again, since my first live didn't go so well with the phone signal. Let me check my makeup here. Looks pretty good. I can see, okay, groovy. We're looking dapper. Ain't got nothing floating around in there. Let me change the angle a little bit. But look, so the first part of this was what California just did with the CCW thing. We're going to get into that a little bit. And then I'm going to get into some of the nuances of concealed carry weapon licenses. Like how people's emotional connection to it actually can be a negative. And then getting granted some type of authority to do it can be a negative thing. It can be positive, but there's a lot of negative in it. So we'll get into that in just a second. I was plugging my website for the downloads y'all can get, and I forgot to, the 4 Patriots solar devices, survival devices, all that stuff on my website. Click the links, follow the instructions, how to purchase it. Don't just click and put it in a shopping cart. Go to the link in the description, click there, bam, you can purchase whatever you need to purchase on my site. Got the long-term food storage stuff. We got all kinds of stuff, solar devices that you can use right now, not stuff that you have to wait till there's some disaster to use. Y'all know I preach, you use your preps. Don't just buy stuff and stock it up so it can go bad. Use your stuff on the list. You're using it as an investment. You're not stocking up just so, I'm holding all this stuff and then one day, boom, I'm gonna have to use it all. Nah, right now you should be using your preps as if for financial purposes. I invested in this when it was $2. Now it costs $4. So now I ain't got to pay $4. I mean, that's a preparation right there. But I just read some, so it threw me off. But make sure that your preps that you're doing, don't think of it for like this is one day everything's just gonna go dormant and we won't have anything, because at that point it's gonna be a rough go anyway, no matter which way you look at it. So try to prep because of it's a good investment. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I think I got my credits out of the way. We're gonna start on the discussion. If I miss anything, y'all can put it on here on the comments. Um, I want to get into a little bit of discussion, see what y'all think about the concealed carry thing over there in Cali and what they did. If you didn't know about it, what happened was I just happened to glimpse at my phone, and when I was opening up Google to go into my Gmail and all this stuff, I saw something about California concealed carry weapons permit holders data breach. So all of those people that have a concealed carry license in California just recently got all of their information put online on the government website in California, to where anybody could get that information, like their phone numbers, names, first and last, address, I think even what kind of weapon they have, the CCW, for all kind of stuff just got exposed. And like Jacob is just now saying, that was a hack. I get it, but they had already set up that website, some type of database, and trying to be more transparent, it said, with firearms related information for the state of California. That's why they have populated all of that onto the website in the first place, so they could be more transparent. Well, if it was a hack, I get that, but then I would just think they would come out with the news story immediately saying, yo, we were hacked. Because, you know, if your system gets hacked, you get a data breach on a government or a large corporation, they know instantly that they got hacked. They probably, they got software that's so pointed towards hacking that when the hack starts, they find out about it. You know, so, oh, wow. So anyway, just think about all of the stuff that, yeah, it's really, that's what, 211, the data leak is too convenient. Yeah, that's a look like a go-to, grab phrase or something like, oh, it's a data leak, data breach. Okay, so what does that mean? Why don't y'all tell us what the data breach? If you knew it was a data breach, then what does that mean? Y'all gave it out to somebody and now the data's breached, or somebody got up in your system and the data's breached? Like, which one is it? Because you would know instantly if it's a hacker or not. They got people on their IT teams that just sit there, IT security all day and night, 24/7 and twice on Sundays. So there's no way you could tell me, based on the little bit I know about IT, that there's no way that they couldn't know immediately they were hacked. I'm sure they would want to come out and say that immediately. But I didn't see anything yet. Did y'all see anything where they said, oh, we know we got hacked? You know, is this going to be something we're going to blame on Russia? You know, put everything on Russia. My cheeseburger costs more. I don't eat cheeseburgers no more, but I'm just saying some funny stuff. Oh, my cheeseburger costs more. Russia did it. Yep, I went to the store, got some new shoes. They double price. Russia. Yo, my barber charged me even more. Oh, that's Russia too, right? So they haven't, like Jacob Maldonado said, they haven't mentioned anything in the news stuff. Yeah, Russia or Trump. You're right. My bad. Hey, yo, I'm getting off subject, but I was going through Tennessee last week. Y'all know what I saw? A Trump store. That's crazy. Got his own store. Dude got, what's on my glasses? Okay. Dude got his own store. Well, somebody got a store that says Trump, the Trump store. So y'all can look that up. That's pretty funny. You know, I was going to go in there and do some filming in there. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not a politics person. So yeah, Trump store. Look it up. It's in, I think it's Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or it might be Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Look up the Trump store. They got Trump merchandise. They got Trump everything up in there. It's so crazy, man. But I know people feel this way and that way about the politics. So I thought I put that on mute. So I know people feel this way and that way about politics and who's who. But oh, they got one in Florida too. That's crazy. But I don't care. Y'all know my position is politics. So, at the end of the day, people smack each other on the butt and high five and say, good job, we did it. So that's them in their world and we over here in ours. Unfortunately, they change stuff in ours by pushing paper. And then, we end up having to deal with it or make moves to not deal with it, whatever it is. But, you know, having a Trump store, that's only in America. Like Don King said, only in America. Only in America. Yep, that's right. Only in America. But anyway, and shout out to my wife at the house. If you're listening right now, honey, I'm still on my way home. Don't worry. I'm going to call you right back as soon as I get done with this live. She's probably watching, so I had to do that real quick. What's up, Felicia? Glad you stopped in. Yo, can y'all get those likes up for me? We at 50%. Like, I need that back and forth energy. So let's hit the like button, get those likes up to the 122 viewers we got. Let's get the same amount of likes or more. That's pretty dope. But look, y'all, I'm gonna throw another shout out to my new channel, Throwback Sundays with Major. Make sure y'all subscribe to my new channel because I'm doing some different stuff over there. You're not gonna see too many videos yet of on that channel, but the whole goal was to get it to where I can do lives. You got to have 1,000 subscribers before you can start doing your lives on this platform. So we at almost 400, but I need 600 more. So appreciate you, Russell. George S, appreciate you. Thanks for liking. Bernardo, Phil, fine. Oh, appreciate all this. Yeah, let's get the likes up. So real quick, the thing in Cali is a little disturbing, not because we don't expect this kind of stuff to happen in those type of agencies, but because they already so biased against those types of items, firearms and stuff like that. So they already heavy-handed with that. And I hear it takes quite a bit of processes to even get a concealed carry in Cali. The name of my new channel, George, is Throwback Sundays with Major. Throwback Sundays with Major. Appreciate you throwing that out there. Yeah, it's a new channel, but I'll be running both channels. So we're gonna do a little bit different on the new than what I do on here. So appreciate you, Kitty, for subbing. Thank you so much. But yeah, I tell you what, it's disturbing with that news, and it's happened before. This ain't the first time state has done that. But with that being the size of a small country over there, like Texas, California and Texas, them like little countries, man. That's pretty disturbing that, oops, sorry, all these people with a particular license get blasted out on the internet for anyone to download for a hot second. That's jacked it up to it. Because that could put your family in danger. The bad guys know which people have weapons, and don't see when people know you have a weapon, they'll come at you harder. It's not that it's going to stop them from coming and kicking your door in, let's say, like somebody trying to get up in your crib. For those that don't know what a crib is, that means your house. Mi casa, yo casa, that kind of stuff. So if they going to kick up in your crib, they got extra ammunition knowing what you got in defense. So that's not a good thing. And then secondarily, it takes away the ability for you to have a surprise on your end of things with the bad guys coming to your house like that. So now they could actually have information on your particular address, so they know to come harder. Send one guy through the back door, one through the front. That's jacked up. It's just a jacked up thing. The other thing is this. With concealed carry, there's nothing wrong with it. Exposed carry, there's nothing wrong with it. But you got a couple of things in regards to concealed carry and exposed carry that are negatives and positives. So like with concealed carry is this. One, to do it legally, they make you feel emotionalized the whole situation. You gotta feel like, in order to protect yourself, I gotta go get this license. Now, the weapon is still the weapon, whether it's concealed or exposed. Do we agree? It doesn't matter if it's exposed or concealed, it's still the same weapon. No different than guns don't shoot people or kill people, people kill people. That's just, I mean, in other countries, they still kill people. They just ain't using a gun. They might be using machetes, they might be using rocks, cars, whatever you can get your hands on. So it's not like you know, the gun is so hideously bad. I mean, it has its place in history like all the rest of the things that kill people. But people are behind all of the killing. It's not that guns walk around by themselves doing this, knives walk around by themselves. You know, you're not hearing any reports of random, robotic knives malfunctioning and going on a massive knife spree, killing people. People kill people. So that's the whole point first to understand, is that it's not the thing that's bad, it's just bad in the wrong set of hands. So but when you carry concealed and you have to get a license for it, get permission for it to feel empowered, that's a little jacked up, because most states, and that's why I was saying, check the state that you live in, there may be already laws in place that say that you could carry exposed carry legally anyway. You don't even need a license for it. So, if you don't need a license to carry, let's say, then you don't. Why would you want to get permission? To be honest, if I'm on duty, let's say, and I'm doing a security detail, and I have to be concealed carry, there's some training that goes along with being concealed. How to clear your shirt, your clothes, the right holster selection. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you got to be training with to be successful at getting your weapon out on a bad guy before he gets you. Because if he's carrying exposed or just walking around with a weapon, you already at a disadvantage having to draw yours, because the time is of the essence when you're in self-defense situations. So it's about, what does your state law say in regards to exposed carry? Now, exposed carry gets a little shady too, because the negatives are the public's view of it. So when you're carrying exposed carry and people can see your weapon, nowadays that could be a little dangerous, because you might have a concealed carry permit holder over there with a weapon too, sees you got a weapon exposed and thinks you're the threat, and with little experience on either party's side at dealing with things or de-escalating situations or knowing what are the right countermeasures to take instead of just pulling out a weapon, you might have an inadvertent situation going on that wasn't never going to exist in the first place until, one, I saw your weapon, and two, I got a concealed carry, and then I'm taking action against you. Both of y'all don't have no criminal background, let's say. Nobody's ever shot a gun at a person before in that situation, but now it's a situation. So it could go either way. It's about up here. It's about your faculties being right before you go do that. Like, you really have to train yourself. And I'm gonna answer that question, what's the best gun to carry, Major, from Jacob. But and gun people will say the best gun to carry is one that's loaded, bro. I'm just messing with you. I know what you're asking, but that's what they would say best. Y'all see the movie Tropic Thunder? When the old dude they're making the movie about, I forget his name in the movie, Tropic Thunder, and he said, the one cat that did the explosives in the movie, he said, so what kind of gun is that? And then Nick Nolte said, I don't know what name you call it. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. Basically, that's what a gun is, man. That's what I mean. When you use it in self-defense, it ain't gonna matter what the name is or what caliber and size and stuff. It's just that you had it ready. If that's what you needed it for, that you had it ready to use to defend yourself. That's it. But it's not the make, model, caliber, per se that you know, is the main thing. It's up here first. You know, me being in this line of work, that's a tool to me because that's a profession that I used to do heavily. So, you know, it's just one of those things that kind of tags along with me. It's a part of my life. So it's like, as a professional skill set or a professional attribute of the job or the scope of work, certain items I would have as tools. That's it. But now I'm more in the fire safety business. That's why I got the red on. I was down at a client's location. So I'm in the fire safety business more heavily. So I'm not out doing VIP security anymore unless somebody actually calls that I would service. So as far as answering questions about what kind should I carry, you know, weapons, firearms are like shoes. I mean, you got to go try it on. That's what I'll tell you. You need to, wherever you're going to purchase, if it's at a range that's also a dealer, you can ask them, can you shoot that caliber or that type? They normally have training guns or rentals that they can let you try out first so you can make sure it's right for you, because I got big hands, so not every system is going to work well in my hands. I don't care how well you shoot. You have to find the make and model that works well with what you need it for, and how your hand wraps around it, and so on and so forth. Not all of those items are the same, and they're not all made for the same hands, if that makes sense. You could utilize them, but if you're trying to be comfortable, then with using it and not have your palm hurting, or you know, not having issues later, or not having enough confidence to use it. That's the biggest thing. Most people, when they get a weapon, they don't build the confidence in order to use it effectively. So most people that have these items, it's good to have it, but only is good to have it if you know how to use it. It's not worth anything if you don't have the skill set. So the biggest thing, man, is that with weapon systems, and I'll answer this question, the biggest thing is making sure that if you got one, you know how to use it, not just how to operate. You don't just need to know the nomenclature. You need to know, okay, what capacity and what are the contingencies, what are the I will use some other verbiage, but I'm not. What's the scenarios that would have to play out that would cause me to have to use my weapon? You got to work through that stuff, because you don't want to be in a frame of mind where fear is what gets you into trouble using your weapon. A lot of stuff could be de-escalated. A lot of stuff could simply be walked away from. A lot of stuff could just be totally, oh, I'm being so aware, I see it coming, and I just turn left instead of going right where the trouble is. Most of the stuff could be taken care of just like that. When you get over 50, you trying to get home. You ain't trying to be out here scuffling in the street with some road rage person. As long as you don't, if my child is in the car with me, then that's a different story. It's going to be a different major coming out the door. But if I'm by myself and I can stay in my vehicle and I can drive on somewhere else, I'm driving on somewhere else, man. I got insurance on the car. Ain't nothing you can do to my car that I could care less. I'm out of here. I'm getting home. I'm getting home without a scratch on me. Now, if I just had to use my weapon system, you just got to start working through scenarios. See, I said this before on a video, and I had some people, they think they know guns and weapons real well, so then they'll wait for a video and they'll just troll and wait for you to say something. What do you mean? Scenarios in the mind. Where else would you have scenarios? You know, you don't want scenarios playing out in real life. If you could play it in your mind first and then have an answer for the problems in the scenario, that's what life is. That's what prepping is about. Thinking about scenarios, no different than, oh, I'm going to get groceries this week, so this weekend we got some food in the house. It's the same scenarios, no different with a weapon. So I got this weapon. I got it in the house. What circumstances would cause me to have to use it? somebody bamming on my door at 3 in the morning, that wouldn't cause me to have to use it. I might have it with me if I'm going to the door, because ain't nobody supposed to be knocking on my door at 3 a.m. You can't even get to my door. But if you could, I know there's a problem already based on how I got stuff set up. So the whole point is to think those things through. I live in an apartment. I got this weapon. Somebody's trying to get in my spot. But if I start firing and I'm on the middle floor and there's a lower floor and an upper floor, can the rounds from what I'm doing go through the walls and stuff like that and hit somebody in an apartment that didn't have nothing to do? This is stuff you got to ask yourself and start working on defensive measures around, because most people don't think where the bullet's going. If you miss, it's still traveling somewhere until something it hits stops it. That could be people, that could be passing cars, that could be the school that's across the street that you wasn't thinking about, so on and so forth. Kids out there playing. So you got to be thinking about this stuff ahead of time, just enough to be familiar with it. You don't have to keep thinking about it like it's some, thing that haunts you. It just takes some basic working critical thinking, putting yourself into a scenario. Oh, I have a 3-bedroom house. I got an upstairs and a downstairs. I sleep upstairs in the bedroom and somebody's trying to get in the house downstairs. What do? Is the first thing I do grab my weapon? Not necessarily. The first thing I might need to do is go lock my door to my bedroom if it ain't already closed and locked. The first thing I might have to do is wake up, make sure I got stuff set up where I can get to it if that situation plays out. Because I'm going to try to build in more ways for you not to get to me first. That would be the goal. Have barriers between you and me, so I got more time to think. It's not just grab and shoot. It's think first, set up, prepare first. Then if you have to act, you're ready. Because more people, and I'm not trying to make this a scare tactic either, but you need to know, I'm going to tell y'all like a TI is, more people get in, more people that don't have any criminal background get one when they defend themselves with a firearm sometimes, because when the police come, the only other person left to talk if you get the bad guy is you. So you can get taken into custody until they figure everything out. You could already be booked in until they figure it out. You could already have a criminal record. And then they figure out, because once they put you in the computer, you in there. Ain't no reverse. It's a process to get that reverse. They can click enter and immediately put you in there, and that's a wrap. Now your whole life just changed. So definitely I'm putting more barriers between the bad guys, so to speak, and me and my family than trying to figure out how many different ways I can shoot at them. I'm not trying to figure out nothing. I already got it set up to where so if I design my location best as I can to funnel you into a certain area, that's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna make it harder for you to get in it. Second, I'm gonna make sure that the design of it makes you go a certain way. And then third, if those signs and these other countermeasures don't tell you that your life is about to be cut short and you keep coming, then I can take action. But if all of that gets bypassed, I know that this individual is definitely trying to do something to me and my family. So this is what y'all got to do too. You got to make it to where you're putting countermeasures in place and avoidance procedures and deterrent items. So even if you got a little house and you say, I can't afford no fences, and you can put some pots and some plants in a position to make somebody psychologically say, oh, something's there, I got to go around. You can put some yard furniture here and some stuff there and make people come a certain way. So there's all kinds of stuff we can do. This is what you do prior to an event even happening. But the hope is, and the goal is, that the things that I am doing are keeping these events from unfolding at my location. Maybe they happen somewhere else, but Not at my house, hopefully. So that's what that's what I'm always working on, and what I'm always trying to do at my location. You guys can do what you want. These are just maybe some tips, maybe some stuff that'd be helpful. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. If you live in a city, you're gonna have it rough. You're already having it rougher. But put things in place with what you have. Think outside of the box and cause people possible, adverse situations from even stopping at your location. If you download, let's see, I'm trying to think which list I have it in. If you go on my website and you download the SHTF home defense, that's a good one. Then I got another one. Is your home a target? Go download that one on my website, www.safetycomplianceagency.com. Is your home a target? Because that's going to give you a whole bunch of information on what criminals look for to make your house a target and what they don't like. So that's a great tool to have, having your residence look unattractive, not to people, not to you, but unattractive to criminals. Okay? So criminals, people who trying to get up in your spot, love them little dark corners. They love doorways that don't have no light too. Anything exposed to the light can be seen. So they love it when it's dark. They like areas that got a lot of bushes so they can hide behind stuff. Anything that looks like there's a resource in your house that they can use, that they can tell from the outside might be inside. Those are soft points. You want your house a hard target, not a soft. You want it where by the time you get to my front door, the only thing you're going to be asking me for is a glass of water, because you barely made it up here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. So, but anyway, if y'all got any questions, we kind of ventured into home defense, and then we ventured into scenario playing with firearm stuff, stuff y'all need to know. You need to take a week or a weekend and just think through, take 30 minutes and say, yeah, what would I do if somebody was kicking at my front door? Because you shoot through that door and you kill somebody, it's you going to prison. That's what's going to happen. So you better make sure you really know what you're doing when it comes to self-defense, other than just going to the range and knowing how to shoot a gun. It's more to it than just, oh, I know how to operate. I know the nomenclature. Now you need to know the laws. You need to know what's the threshold for when I can defend myself with a firearm. I used to have an old saying back in the day, if you pop somebody, drag them inside the house. Nah, I ain't dragging nothing, because I ain't popping nothing until I'm sure. Now if I had that much time to figure it out, I ain't popping nothing until I got you where I want you. Not you push me where you want me to be, so I'm offset. No. If it got to come down to that, it's got to be a real... Y'all need to know about verbal commands. Y'all need to know about somebody kicking on your door. You turn some light, turn the music on. You need to know, definitely women, about the verbal commands. Because if I'm making verbal commands, sometimes people trying to kick up in a spot, they don't know anybody's there. It might look like there's not anybody even there. So you don't want to be on the other side legally of an accident or unjustifiable situation. That'll ruin your life more than maybe the dude was just, I'm just joking, maybe the dude was just hungry with an O, Hongry. If you hungry, you be trying to kick up in some spots, man. But if you just hungry, you can stop at a drive-thru. But hungry or the flood water come in. You know what I'm saying? Before, man. So, do y'all have any questions about what I'm talking about? First, we was talking about Cali and how jacked it up that is, exposing them people's information. Two, maybe this spur some of y'all to check out y'all state's laws, because y'all know they change them. It ain't like 5 years ago you read it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Now you better go read, because they ain't gonna necessarily telegraph. They might have passed a law and it got a little fanfare on the media that you didn't see, but you better go check your stuff. Check your stuff out. Just know that also for self-defense items, they have air guns that are just as powerful, yo. Not as powerful as a regular sidearm, but just as, I mean, like, it's all about placement. It's all about placement when you in self-defense situations. It's all about the placement of where you put something, where you put your fist, where you put, you know, your crosshairs. So it's all about placement. It's not about necessarily the quantities you disperse. It's always about placement. So I do know some, look, y'all, check this out. I'm about to plug them right now. So check this out. We were doing at the movie studio here. I'm gonna read what Miss E said in just a second. She's talking about in the state of Ohio, they recently passed about 2 weeks ago, concealed carry without training. And see, it's almost like that's a setup for some disaster later, because that without training, you know what I'm saying? If you got to have a license, then why wouldn't you just go ahead and prescribe the training? You know what I'm saying? Like, so as a firearms instructor, I used to do that quite often. I'm still certified and everything, but that was one of the main things, is that you can't get that many customers as a firearms instructor because you know, the state didn't require people to get training. You just go get a license, then you're good. So I don't know. I'm that don't make, you got to have a license. You got to do some training to drive a car to get your license. Nah, you can just go get that gun. You don't need nothing. I don't know if that makes sense. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that's gonna breach your Second Amendment rights if they make you do the training. Nah, if you make you do a concealed carry, they already breached that. That's already on the chopping board, because now you had to get permission. But anyway, y'all check this out. If you go to Stoeger, I'm gonna spell it Stoeger, air guns. They sell Benelli. This is actually Benelli USA. They have another brand y'all need to check out called Stoeger. They got some nice stuff. So how I just met one of the people there, one of the main people there, they're doing a commercial, and we are there. One of my medics is there on staff for the movie shoot, for the commercial shoot. And then I went by there to check on things. So I was able to meet the guy. But Stoeger Air Guns, Stoeger. So the website is BenelliUSA.com, or just look up Stoeger. Look up Stoeger, Stoeger. That they got some cool air guns, 22 caliber. He said it goes up to 22 caliber. That's pretty dope. Check out air guns. They do exist. There's no license required. There's no background. There's none of this stuff required. They're not illegal, but they have calibers out there that are pretty proficient at doing what they need to do, especially if you're a hunter. So check out Stoeger. That's a company under Benelli USA. But let me see what y'all talking about. Then I'm gonna get off of here. See. Oh, House of Lamar said, because it's a constitutional right, most people nowadays may not be able to for the training at the moment. Well, the training part, there again, if you gotta operate a motor vehicle and you need some type of training so that you don't go out and hurt other people, then you get your license. I'm kind of for the training, to not to own one, but you should have to do the training to get a license. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should have training before you can purchase. I didn't say that. If you're gonna be able to get some type of license for it, then you should have to go through some training. No different than I had to go through for all of my certifications I have. That's like, so a doctor not having to go to medical school. He just pay for the course. Now he's an MD or a surgeon. Y'all ain't gonna lay down on the bed and let this cat operate on you without no paperwork or proof that he went through training. I know that's a whole different subject, but it's life and death stuff. So not really. You know what I'm saying? Miss E said, I immediately thought about Trayvon Martin when Ohio did this. Personally, I believe it is so that we will wind up killing more who look like me. Yo, we don't know. It could be, it could be either way. And that's real talk. Like, I can't say, no, that's not the reason. And I can't say, yes, that's the reason. It's all up in there. There's a lot going on. So, Stoger, Stoeger, Miss E, Stoeger, Stoger. And so check that stuff out. I'm glad y'all like the information. I hope some of this stuff can help. And yeah, Miss E, that's a possibility. We really see. I'm gonna tell y'all this. The crosshair has been aimed at certain people. Hold on. All right. So I'm gonna have to get off this live here in a minute. I hope this information was good. I was gonna talk about some more stuff, but my wife unit is calling me, so something might be up. Probably nothing bad, but let me give her a call. I didn't marry none of y'all, so I gotta sleep with her. So I ain't sleeping in another room and all that jazz. So let me call her back. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, and she be cooking me some fly food too, so I can't mess that up. But I appreciate y'all. We'll get back at this again. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Y'all have a safe day. I hope this info was good. Come back to this and put some comments on here. Hit subscribe to my new channel, Throwback Sundays with Major. Go hit that up. I need 1,000 subscribers by the end of this week. Let's go. Even the end of the, next week or so. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Juan, I'll talk to you soon. I'll be touching down in Houston pretty soon. I'm gonna hit you up. I appreciate all of y'all. Miss Juanita, Eartha, there you go. Jessica, I wish y'all could stay on here talking to each other even while I'm gone, but I gotta get up on this phone and talk to these people, see what's going on. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all have a safe, productive, fun, exciting day. We all right. We just got to stick together on here. Let's hold it down, hold it tight, keep it tight like a pair of pantyhose, 2 sizes small. Talk to y'all soon, everybody, and this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace.